Welcome to the Splitgate Pro Series, and I'm your host, Belly. My first time being here, and I'm here with the one and only Superman. It feels good to finally work with you. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. Definitely. First time getting to work together. We got to hang out, have some good eats and everything, but finally getting to get on camera together. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good day. I'm looking forward to these matches, especially after last week.
Yes.
Finally, WGL getting unseated. We'll get into that here in a little bit when we get into the leaderboard and stuff, but storylines heating up for the season.
Oh, it's crazy, and I can't wait to dive right into it. But first, let's take a look at the format and the prizes. So, take a look at the format first of all. This is going to be a 64-team single elimination bracket. All matches, obviously, best of 5. The semifinals and grand finals are streamed with a $5,000 prize pool split amongst the top 4 teams. A lot of money, Super. Now, the SPS points earned are based on their final placing, and also those points determine seeding for the season finals.
Yeah, so we got all the rules going down, and then prizing and points. That's the big thing. At the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, everything's over. This is what we're looking for. 2,500 to first, 1,000 to second, 750 to anybody landing in the top 4. So everybody on stream is making minimum 750. But those points on the right side, that's the big thing. 100 SPS points to first place. Second gets 50. Third gets 25. 15 to top 8. 10 to top 16. 5. And those are given to the individual players, which is a little bit different than other games, right? So this is something that if you start making player swaps, which there's been a couple now so far, it affects things. If you win it week 1 and you win 100 points and you drop a player, that player was worth 100. That affects all that. So with some of these swaps that have been going on and all this stuff going down, we're actually really close between first and second.
You gotta be consistent, man.
When WGL wins out week 1, week 2, and takes second in week 3, and they're only a 75-point difference, you can see that some of these swaps are affecting things. But we have 2 very defined, clear leaders ahead of the pack right now in the top 7.
Now, I've been watching a little bit of Splitgate Esports, and I'm going to be completely honest, Super. WGL are looking absolutely disgusting, but AST right behind them, 825 points behind 900. And we have our top 7 teams currently, but the race is getting even better now that we're halfway through the season.
Yeah, and the thing to keep an eye on throughout the season, the rest of that leaderboard, when we go to it next week too, it's not huge point gaps between everything else. If you're not in first or second right now, your spot for qualifying for the grand finals is not solidified at this point. It's anybody's game. Players in the top probably 10 to 12 teams still have a shot at it. So storyline is still going.
Now, obviously, I was not here for week 3. You were here commentating with Blue, and it was very fun. I love WGL versus Most Hated, the first round matchup, but let's go ahead and take a look at what actually happened. It was a lot of fun.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your weekly Splitgate Pro Series Qualifier Recap. When the grueling single elimination bracket reached its apex, we once again saw our powerhouse teams WGL, Most Hated, AST, and Bork make their return to the semifinals. On the top side of the bracket, WGL looked dominant against Most Hated with Maddie, who leads the league with a 16.69 KDA, putting on a clinic in semifinal number 1 and leading WGL to defeat Most Hated 3-0 to move on to the grand finals. In the bottom semis, AST struggled in map 1 against Bork, but AST quickly found their stride and asserted their dominance on Stadium Team Deathmatch with a 50-32 victory over Team Bork, and finished the series 3-1 to move on to the grand finals. In the grand finals, the kings of qualifier number 1 and 2 were dethroned, and Jalen Mans finally got his roster swap redemption against WGL, as AST was able to raise the first place trophy in qualifier number 3 with a sweet 3-0 sweep.
There's the cutoff from JP, though. It's 49 for AST. WGL need to trade this out right now and get one more on top of that. The push comes in from Jalen. He corners himself, though. Cagel shuts it down, but Chasen gets the trade, and it's going to be AST to win it out here. 3-0 in the grand final versus WGL.
Think you have a shot at the weekly $5,000 prize pool? Sign up to compete at SplitgateProSeries.com and make sure to tune in each weekend at twitch.tv/Splitgate to catch the action live.
Welcome back to the desk, and that was obviously a surprise, right? WGL falling to AST, and WGL was just so dominant.
in a 3-0, right? It was one of those ones where
Spanked them.
The question at the beginning of the day was like, and each week really, I mean, WGL's the team, right? In Splitgate, they're the team. So it's always been, can anybody unseat them? Who's gonna take them out? And AST came in and they're like, we're gonna get it done. It got real close on whether it was gonna get done 3-0 there at the end. It came out as 50-48, 50-49, I think, right there at the end. Final moments to figure it out, but man, it was it had us going all the way through. It was an electric day of Splitgate.
I'm hoping that today is just as exciting. Now, let's take a look at the bracket to see which teams will be participating in today's Pro Series event. And as you see our top four, we're going to have WGL facing off against Most Hated yet again, but also AST versus Bork. Do you think that there might be a repeat from qualifier number 3?
I think there's a good chance that we see the repeat. I mean, when you go down and you look at it, right, WGL is the team. As it said in the video, Jalen got his redemption arc, right? He started with WGL, now he's with AST. He's currently most games won out of any competitor because he has been on 2 weeks winning, right? He's won with WGL, he's won with AST, so he's actually got the highest winning percentage of any of the players in the league right now at 76.19% of the matches he goes in.
Come on,
he wins.
Man.
So I mean, that's kind of a big storyline. So I want it. Yes, I want the repeat. I'm also rooting for the underdog because I always want to see like Most Hated or Bork or whoever have that upset. I'm always rooting for the underdog. But at the end, the storyline, I always want that battle of the solidified first. And right now, it's really close, and somebody's got to break away.
I think it's beautiful that we have a solidified top 4, matter of fact.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing Bork and Most Hated here consistently. Okay, so Most Hated went out in a big way against WGL. I'm going to see them come back with a chip on their shoulder for this matchup, man. They have to start off strong. We saw WGL fall, so we know that gods bleed. Now, what can Most Hated do from VOD review and whatnot to even beat them? I think that they should come in big for this first game.
I don't know. The portal play on WGL, I mean,
it's hot.
It's hard for me to say what it is that they need to do because there's a lot of things that WGL just performs so highly in every category. They check all the boxes that it's almost like, I need you to go back, and I need you to do everything just better. And so it's kind of hard to single out an individual thing there. But if they can come out and they can slay strong and get them off their game early, I think that they'll be in a good spot.
Now, let's take a look at the map rotation. Up first is going to be King of the Hill on Lava Well. Then after that, we're going to jump right into Domination. Which game type and map are you looking forward to, Super?
The TDMs have just been nuts each week that I've been on. I think we've only seen one, which was last week where it was a blowout. The previous week with Nathanius, we had it go down to the wire, like 1-kill games for every team TDM of the day. It was so close. So those ones are always, I think that's just by default. It's just who can slay better, right? TDM's what you learn every shooter game ever on. That's the bread and butter series there. King of the Hill, though, has been a spot where WGL will give up a loss. They'll give up a map. We have seen them drop those. We've seen them every now and then do it on Domination as well. So those maps there where it's a bit more controlled and more portal play, when they do drop one, is surprising to me because they typically outplay in those categories. If you've got the better portal play, typically you're going to be able to lock a point down. So when they do, that means the other team's stepping up. At least for me, from my perspective, I'm giving credit to that other team for stepping up against the monsters that are WGL.
Yes. Now, I was watching number 3, and with the game coming up currently, I'm excited to see. Now, you were talking about King of the Hill and WGL, and hopefully Most Hated can strike first, because what I saw Domination last time around, that boy Maddie went absolutely off. But here we go in the game for map number 1. We're starting things off, Most Hated versus WGL.
We're going to be right on board with K. Jules, who's, arguably or not arguably the best player in the game. He's the man that everybody kind of looks to. So K. Jules is somebody to definitely keep your eye on. If him and Maddie start going off, that is when every other team is just going to have major problems trying to deal with this squad. Akuvo and Luck, definitely no slouches. I mean, top 4 out of top 5 Slayers in the game are all on the WGL squad, so something to definitely keep an eye on.
Now, let's take a look at the power weapon control already. Luck definitely has it on his side. The RPG and the railgun combo definitely playing in his favor, dominating with 4 kills and 0 deaths. He just can't be stopped.
No, and they do this so well. Lava Well is one of those ones where we typically do see them come out. They come out strong, and they usually have that weapon control very quickly. And a lot of that is that portal play, right? I'm I know what I need to get. I need to get power weapons. That's what we're going to focus on. And they get it done very early, and they take control of maps in those opening 10, 15 seconds.
Yes, now things are starting to spiral out of control for just a moment. 50 points for WGL, but currently, most hated, 3 points in. You take a look at the stats right now. App, he's on it. 7 kills and 5 deaths, but the rest of his teammates, oh, look at that punch right there.
Oh.
They're going to have to pick it up in a big way. You have to get the points, but you're going to have to secure those kills as well.
That always hurts, too. If you saw the kill, the player that took him out, 3 health left, it's always like, oh, it's right there. It's so aggravating. It's like, oh, just wish one more shot. One more shot. It's always that. That's how, at least that's how my gun engagements end in the game.
Right, and Luck now, 7 kills, he finally got a death on the board, but with this map control and just controlling the portals right now, and the shots around the map with the carbine, he's on them. Look at the aggression right now, Super.
The aggression out of this team is just nuts. K-Jule's actually not the highest kill death rate. Maddie, though.
Come on now.
Of course, Maddie's popping off 11-2 right now. K-Jules will start getting it going, I'm sure, here. But Maddie being hot, 11-2 already, that's something to watch out for. He's the man.
Okay.
He is the slayer.
All right, so when I was watching their last game, I remember Maddie holding down the hill, getting like a 3K against Most Hated, and it was absolutely disgusting. When you have an objective player that's popping off like that, it's going to be really hard to come back because, I mean, he's not really the guy that's roaming trying to secure those kills. He's just holding it down to get the points.
He ended one of the games last week, I think, 30-3 or something like that. Like
man.
And you're doing it at this level, right? We've clearly seen a solidified top 4 in terms of who's showing up on stream. The points don't necessarily solidify you yet, but
it's really top heavy too.
It's a very top heavy top 4, right?
Yeah.
That upper half is obviously the team that's making it to the end every single time. But this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a really big uphill battle for Most Hated, especially with Maddie feeling it already.
Right, and with almost a 100-point difference already, Most Hated, they're going to have to rally back around with that being able to get a kill and Soft Aim Suppress jumping on board. The last 3 out of 4 actually going towards Most Hated. That's what we love to see.
And Suppress, actually another storyline to keep an eye on throughout the day if Most Hated does continue on, and somebody that we need to watch out for, right? Most Hated made a player swap, and they dropped Tanner to pick up Suppress this week. So this is a new player on the team. Is he worth the swap? Because you gave up the points you already had with Tanner from placements. Because again, your team points is a combination of all the players on your squad playing together. So was that swap worth it? We're going to get that question answered here.
I mean, halfway through the season, I'm going to say it's time will tell. But right now, Suppress is doing all right. 11-8, that's not bad at all. But the team, they need the points. And at the end of the day, the KD does not matter if you cannot secure that hill.
And that's one of the things that they do so well. And I think that I believe that King of the Hill plays stronger to WGL than domination maps do, and it's due to their portal control and their use of portals. Denial by making sure that they have portals up on the wall. Hey, we've got everybody in. We've already denied some portals. We're going to sacrifice one guy because we need grenades again to be able to close their portals as they come in. They do all of that really well. So when it's a single point, it just
oh my God!
Stop
Get the
it.
shot! Get the shot off! Kubo popping off already. Stuck on Land's going to get stuck in the head with that shot as well. Popping off already. 132-19, and they just can't be stopped. WGL are looking like monsters right now.
Why not do the long shot portal kill with the SMG from 10 miles out, right? Just spray those bullets, somebody will go down. And looking for the beatdown, comes through the portal, still gets it. Akuvo finally downed here as he was just going off, looking like he was trying to show Maddie up there and say, no, it's going to be me today.
This is looking uglier than my ex-girlfriend right now for the simple fact that if you take a look at WGL, nobody has more than 10 deaths. That's disgusting, but take a look at Most Hated right now. Yes, they're rallying back. App is able to get a kill. The most consistent one on this team so far, but still, they're looking outclassed right now. WGL, they're feeling it.
Yeah, this level of control, they've given up only a few seconds per hill, and that's really in the transition, right? Because they have the hill held down. They have to make that transition period from one hill to the next hill because it's announced early where the other team's already set up. Those opening few seconds are there, but their ability to crash a hill, not just their ability to hold it, right? Their ability to crash said hill has been impeccable week in and week out.
The crosses are insane, but speaking of which, look at Suppress coming in from the flank from behind, and he gets flanked as well. The flanker dies to the flank, but the score keeps on running up. 6:05 left in the game with 163 on the side of WGL. But take a look at the points right now. 100 round and stuck on land are able to secure kills, and Most Hated, they're starting to come back.
Gets the triple and the killing spree there for K. Jules. Looking for the portal play into the mid. Can't find the kill. Gonna get the beatdown. Catches him around the corner. Lets his teammate. Doesn't even look at the guy. Just turns around and says, nah, my teammate's got it. I don't need to do nothing else. They'll handle it. And just moves on about his day.
Right, and on board with K. Jules right now. He sees App across the map, but controlling that sniper spawn, he's going to want to get that. They've been doing such a good... Oh, my God. Oh, my God! Jules, stop it! Stop it! He gets the double kill, working on the third, in the melee beatdown. He secures it.
So that's the second triple we've seen out of him in the past, 45 seconds to a minute here. And the domination just continues. Going to throw up another portal. Can't get the turn. Somebody is going to shut him down. It's going to be hunting around, coming in from the back. Gets him out. That is somebody you got to shut down. But, man, it started off all Matty, but it is most definitely all K. Jules here at the end. He has been going. Never mind.
What?
It's all. It's all. I'm just gonna walk away, see my way out.
This is a montage. This is a highlight reel. This is nothing but WGL just asserting their dominance, almost at 200 points. But I'm going to give a big shout out to the Observer right now. Jumping on K. Jules, as he was able to just have his way with the players on most hated. He is looking unstoppable at the moment. The map control is there. The portals are there with the crosses. And WGL, they're in championship form right now.
They're playing really well here. We're down to final 35 seconds of hill time needed here, 36. Of course, as soon as I said 35, it paused for just a moment, just to make me wrong. I see you, WGL. I see you. But under 30 seconds here to go for them, 66 seconds on the other side. I mean, the level of dominance that most hated is going to have to be able to turn on here to try and bring this one back. I just don't know that it's doable.
Well, this is big, but you know what? At the end of the day, even if they lose this map, I would still love to see them continue to try to make this comeback happen. Luck is on fire. He is on it right now with his 33 kills. Looking good, man. But most hated, they're going to have to try to create some type of momentum to head into the next map. Even if they lose this one, you're going to have that short-term memory.
Yeah, you got to find something. Even if you can just get your guns hot, just look to go in, get a couple breaks on a hill, do something to shut it down. Find something, because you want some sort of wind in that sail going into the next game. I think that's a huge thing, especially because you don't want to go down 2-0 early in map count.
The killing spree is on the side of Luck, and I don't even think Luck has to do anything with that. I think it's just pure dominance on his end. But with the railgun, he's going to connect across the map. Suppress is going to be the victim. 233, and the number keeps climbing, my man.
236, 37, it does. It just keeps on going, and down to the final 10 here. Will it end on this hill? Most likely should finish up here, and that will be W. Maybe not. I guess I have to bite my tongue for the moment. I didn't think he was going down there, but there it is.
There we go.
Okay.
Map number 1 goes to WGL as the Alpha Team win. Shout out to the Blue Squad. But super, K. Jules, he's filthy. Did you see those shots across the map?
He was going off, Luck was going off, Matty was going off. I mean, it really didn't matter. Like, you were talking about the Observer. Shout out to the Observer for finding the ones that were going off the time they were going off. I don't know if he could have missed, though.
He wasn't missing.
You were doing a great job, Observer. I'm not trying to take anything away from you, but, like, that team, it was like, oh, okay.
It was magic on both sides, exactly.
Yeah, it was a combination. It was a blend of the two, but that whole team just went off. Insane. Really, the control of power weapons is what did it. Yes, getting to the hills, getting the setup, having the portals there, but because they were able to shut them down and transition to the hill over and over and over again, especially with that sniper. I think every single player on that team at one point we saw them with a sniper, and every single one of them, I think, got a kill for every bullet that it has, except for maybe one. It was pretty nuts. But
yes. And with map number 2 currently starting, we're going to domination, a game type that's basically named after WGL's performance last map. And let's see if Most Hated can come back, Super. I'm telling you now, man, I believe in him. Opening
battle for that shotgun will end up going the way of Most Hated, but this is now the 3-hill setup. This is for people that, you know, I'm assuming you all know what a domination map is. I'm assuming you've played some shooters, but in case you haven't, 3 hills. Need to control minimum of 2 of those for more time than the other team can. That way you are generating more points. But the battle back and forth. This map also one of those ones that just so much portal play. There's so many different ways for you to be really effective and say, I'm gonna control all 3 hills from here, or I'm gonna, you know, control A and C and basically bounce back and forth across the map. There's so much movement on this particular map that it gives it a much different feel.
Right, and take a look at what most haters are doing currently. 100 round, the moment I was going to say something good about him, luck was not on his side, but they're trying to get the power weapons control and also map control up top.
You are actually right. Luck is absolutely
Oh my
on
God.
the other team, and we're on board with him at the moment. He is definitely not playing for most hated. He is out to get them.
No, definitely. But 6 kills and 1 death on the side of him, and the power weapons are currently flipped. Stack's trying to get out of there, but K-Drill is going to get the 2K. And right now, 110 to 26, that's looking like a repeat almost.
It's pretty dominantly in control again. It's so tough to unseat this team. They do such a good job of making sure that they can get these spots where they come in from awkward angles, right? They enter a room. Right there, he makes that entrance, sees if somebody is going to shoot at him, but already has the other portal set up so that he can bounce out and then react based upon where he got hit initially coming in. There's so many little quick things that they can do there to gather information when breaching a hill that they don't have vision on.
Right? Class Raffle currently in play and taking a look across the map. That is a great view. All of that communication and intel is coming out. As the teleport comes through, he's able to get 1 kill and 100 round and suppress. Come on, man. Luck and Maddie are popping off right now, man. Shout to Maddie as well, dominating along with K-Drills and Luck with those points in the hill. You gotta love it.
That portal play that he did there, it's like picking on your you know, your little sibling or whatever. You hold the one hand out, you're like, hey, I'm over here, and you're hitting him with the other one, like just back and forth, like, hey, I'm here, nope, back here, I'm here again.
I do that with my dog from time to time, but hey, Maddie still on one, 15-4, and he's not stopping anytime soon. Oh, speaking of which, Caster cursed him, but look at the point spread. Take a look at the point spread right now. Most hated, they're coming off strong at the end of last map, but that momentum, we don't see it currently.
I mean, they've technically got time, take 700 points, but when you see WGL get a hold of 3 points,
I like this.
they could do a really solid job of basically holding these for an extended period of time. This is one of those ones on this map, when you do finally get that set up and you have that power weapon control, you can just lock this map in.
I really love that. App was trying to have that portal control right now. He saw a whole bunch of portals starting to spawn, but the simple fact is WGL, they were spamming it. They were swarming him consistently. It wasn't just the 1v1. You saw multiple players rushing that point. App was unable to hold it. The shotgun is in there. The killing spree is there. And Maddie is on fire right now. WGL, they're doing everything. They're countering the counters, and Stack is finally able to stop Maddie right there.
Unfortunately for him, though, Luck comes right through a portal, ends up shooting him in the back, taking him down anyways, and Luck gets control of that hill. So again, they maintain possession of all 3 hills, even when it's under attack. They send the whole team somewhere. The whole squad makes that move across, takes them out.
Look at Luck's stat line right now. 19-2 super. Absolutely on fire right now. But Kubo and Maddie still continuing to beat down 519 to 42, and the A hill is currently in control by WGL, and I don't see a weak spot on this team right now. They lost last time they were on the main broadcast.
They're
mad. The chip is definitely on their shoulder right now.
They're big mad right now, and they're unfortunately for most hated taking it out on them and letting them know. So AST, if you make it through yours,
they're watching.
I'd be ready. I wouldn't be watching. I'd just be getting ready, getting your gun hot, because these guys are shooting.
Yeah, Luck is definitely going off. Can't be stopped. Since the last time we saw him on board, he hasn't died yet. 22-2. The man just keeps going. Just let him roam around the map. Let him get those kills. The 700-point mark is almost here already, Super.
I mean, it's basically here. Tries to throw a grenade there. Can't get it. Doesn't have one, so App's going to get a kill. Soft aim, suppress. He's going to get one as well. So 2 players taken out on the side of WGL. It's going to slow them in the sense that they can't get control of a hill, but they're also not allowing C to be taken. So even though they didn't finally, it
was a whole minute.
It feels like it's been multiple minutes since I've watched Bravo Team's scoreline move at all. So it has been just basically the WGL show thus far.
684. Number's going to keep on going. They have the A and B hill on lock. And ladies and gentlemen, WGL championship form right now. Luck went crazy, 23-3, but Akubo with 32 kills. If you think that's a lot, take a look at Maddie once more. Maddie has the highest KDA going into today, and he is continuing that streak as a top fragger on his team.
36-8. 36 and 8. I mean,
You die 3 times in the game, Super. You know how good you have to be in order to do that. Most Hated isn't a bad team, man.
You got to be pretty good. I mean, I can't do that in a basic casual match, and these guys are doing it at the upper level of this opening season of the Pro Series. So this is one of those ones where they're kind of setting the standard, right? They're putting it out there and saying, "Hey, AST, you want to take us out this week? It's going to be a lot harder. We came to play."
And what better way of doing it than to do that the first game of the day on the main broadcast?
I don't have one. I don't have an answer for you.
So you don't have an answer for that. Let me ask if you have an answer for this. What would you like to see from Most Hated? I'm going to be completely honest, though. So the power weapon control earlier in the game from King of the Hill, that was definitely on WGL's side with the sniper rifles, right? The long-range shots. Map number 2, that wasn't the case. We saw App definitely controlling those power weapons, but WGL swarmed them. They're going to have to put a lot more resources, more bodies in those areas to really confirm those kills.
Yeah, that map's particular in that setup is a little bit harder to try and maintain control of those power weapons. They're out in the open, up top, open sight lines. It takes a lot to try and get both of those and control them. But what we need to see here now is we need some early power weapon control, and we need to see an early lead here. They do have the 3-2 lead. They've gotten the opening kills, but can they maintain that momentum here as this one goes through?
All right, the sniper rifle is going to be in play, but the shotgun's going to be on the side of Most Hated. They have the lead, 6-4 currently, and 100 round, my man, is starting things off so good, 4-0. That's the lightning rod they need to start this game hot. Oh my God, 100 round with a killing spree, 5 kills, and they're not stopping him. He's on a tear.
That was a nasty swap straight into that headshot. Going to back out of that fight. We're going to stay on board with him. He is finally shut down. Luck going to be the one to do so, taking him out. So 6-9, currently in favor of Most Hated as we start this one off. Can they maintain control, though? Again, you got to keep an eye out for those sniper rifles. You got to keep an eye out for those shotguns. Those things are going to be huge on the plays, and that sniper rifle going to go down. That kill coming in from Maddie on WGL.
Now, this won't worry. Maddie's going to have the long-range weapon duel on his side, but also K. Jules is going to have... Oh, there we go. The railgun on his side. Players coming back. 100 round, currently 5-2 now. Soft aim suppressed is behind him with 6 kills. Excuse me, in front of him. And they're doing such a good job. But the one player that started to be annoying is definitely K. Jules, but also Maddie. Maddie has been going strong this entire time, being the most consistent player on the team.
Ooh, App going to pick one up there. That's actually a big one versus the SMG, which I'm going to say is my favorite gun in the game. I'm that spray and pray kind of player.
You're that type of guy.
I'm just that type of guy. I don't hit things that often. We'll work as a team. We won't get along on opposite ends, though. I'm going to be very mad if you start sniping me. So, gets that kill, though. The SMG getting that big one. App had that. See if they can maintain, but WGL is starting to pull ahead here. They have made up that deficit. They're now 3 into the positive column in this match. This one, though, I can't ever say it's going one way or the other, though, because, like I said, these TDM matches always come down to this, like, final 10 seconds where it's like either team could have it. I don't know if we're going to get that storyline here. I hope we do.
The one thing that I definitely like that I see currently, even though Luck does have the long-range weapons on his end, he's not giving it away. Whenever there's a fight, he doesn't ego challenge it. If he's not able to get the shot, he's going to teleport, he's going to use a portal to get right on out of there. The shotgun currently spawning. Oh my God, 100 round with the headshot along with Luck, and Luck is on a killing spree while getting a 2K on top of that. 11-4, man.
Yeah, just to kind of add on to what you were talking about there, they do so much with the power weapons. The WGL is not just, hey, I'm going to get it. Hey, we're going to control a point with it. Hey, we're going to do whatever. It's one of those, how do I utilize it and make sure that I don't just hand this away? If I am in a situation I can't portal out and I know I'm going to go, I'll just start railing off shots. Smart. Use up the ammo. Get rid of it. Just make sure that you're not giving up too much to the other team. Every little small detail like that, trade, all makes a difference in the grand scheme.
Now, one thing I do want to say, on Most Hated side, I really love the buddy system that they're currently doing. Now, we saw the close-range combat coming in from App along with his teammates. And speaking of App, he's able to take down Luck, but they continuously learn to do that. They should be able to come back. Currently down by 10. The game isn't out of reach yet, but Most Hated, they can fight back. But those long-range weapons are going to have to come and play in. Speaking of which, K. Jules, man, he is just on it. He's a specialist. Getting those kills. 100 round is down, and the lead extended to 13, just like that.
Look at that player in the middle. See him come through the portal and make use of those little detail things that are on the maps that a lot of people don't see, right? Come out of the portal, jump, stand on top of it, put himself in odd spots that people aren't typically looking for that gives him that advantage. They make such good use of it. Now looking for a shot up top. Of course, why not? Might as well just keep going. K-Jules, you know, just
just keep getting kills, man. You know,
it's what he does.
Observer, we don't even need to switch off of him. This is the K-Jules highlight reel. The man can't be stopped. He's winning the 50-50s, except Delvin right there. He finally gets shut down. He
did that to him.
He needed a break.
You knew he needed the break.
How many times have I done that today?
I think we've both either been. You've been doing the curses. I've been doing the one where they're like, no, you're just wrong, right? They just want to make me look foolish, and then you curse them. So I'll take that. Me looking foolish. They'll like me more.
You're right, but the comeback's starting to happen now. Even though WGL was about their team, Most Hated just starting to come back, and App and Hunter Rounds trying to lower that lead. Now, with that 1v1 right there, they're looking so good. Currently down by 7, and the game ain't over, man. I'm believing Most Hated. I really want to see this comeback happen.
Couldn't get the finish. They're going to take him out. K-Jules from across. 5 health. K-Jules actually got hit with the sniper, got hit once with it. Still challenged the full health sniper and took him out.
K-Jules, the man's been popping off. This has been his map right now. Maddie's going to be with them with those 20 kills, but right now, the game looks close point-wise, but man, that number just keeps on ticking up. App is going to fall. K-Jules still running rampant. This man is a lurker, is unstoppable at the moment.
This one continuing to go the way of WGL. It started off in favor of Most Hated, and it felt like they were kind of getting control, but once that second round came out of the power weapons hitting the map, that control shifted. WGL got a hold of those, and they've been making use of it ever since. Coming down to the end, K-Jules, 21-8.
And he has the long shot with him. The guy's ready to snipe and on board with him already. He's looking for that head. He's not going to see it right now, but momentarily it will be there. But 2 kills away from shutting this down, and it's looking like a 3-0.
Looking like it's going to be a quick one, 49. Unless we see the biggest of miracles, we will not. WGL will get this one done in a hurry. A quick 3-0, an angry, in form WGL going to take Most Hated down. And congratulations still to Most Hated, making it this far, still getting those points, continuing their way towards the end. At the end of this, it's 7 qualifiers, a last chance qualifier, and then make it into the grand final. So they're still putting themselves in a good spot to make it to those final days, right?
Right.
Need to stay in that top 7.
I do have to say this, though. Watching Most Hated, even though they did lose, a lot of positivity coming from that side of the team. The way they were able to fight back in that last game mode. And also, I really like Suppress, man. Suppress, he was starting off hot. He was in the mix. And App, even though his stat line wasn't pretty earlier in the game, he wasn't afraid to engage in those early engagements. That's what you need, that type of confidence. Now, if he's able to finish off those kills, whether it's by himself winning those 50-50s or with teamwork, getting trades or whatnot, I'm all for it. I like this team. But WGL, that team is just disgusting.
WGL, that's a week 1, week 2 informed WGL that is
God
going
squad,
on.
apparently, unless they go against AST. So maybe that rematch might come back. We'll see AST soon.
That rematch may go the distance if we end up getting it. We'll have to see if what goes. I mean, we've still got to determine if they even make it in. AST still got to make their way through another squad. So one more semi to go, and then we'll see if anybody can take that WGL. Maybe WGL needs a little bit of a break. AST gets to come in hot off the second semi, carry some heat over. I mean, there's a lot of little things there that have placebo effects on players. So we'll see if any of those come into play today.
Now, also, I got to say it was a complete honor being able to commentate over Maddie today. Now, I was watching Maddie, especially in Playday number 3. Maddie is ridiculous, especially in King of the Hill. Now, the objective player in King of the Hill popping off like that and leading the team in frags, holding it down solo, that is crazy. In any game in the world, when you have an objective player popping off like that, that's going to be crazy. But you know what? It's time to toss this over to the biggest brain here. It's not going to be me. It's not going to be Super, but it's going to be the one and only Endo. Endo, what are your thoughts from that series?
Yeah, wow, what a game by WGL. That was totally their game, 3-0, no question about it. And really, what was interesting about seeing them just dominate was, Most Hated just wasn't ready to play from behind. They probably had their own series of 3-0s throughout this whole tournament today. and they just weren't able to come back. They did not have a response for WGL, and then they're just imposing their will over them. And I think that stadium game really sums it up pretty nicely, where, you know, it's maybe a combination of it not being their best map, maybe they're not their best day, you know, all these things just coming together against Most Hated in the favor of WGL, and they were able to take advantage. And you know, shouting out the players of WGL, I'd have to shout out all four of them. All four of them are MVPs in this one, simply because, like, I don't see any weakness on this team. There's not one player I can say is like any better than the other. They're so evenly matched, so, you know, doing so well for themselves. So as for Most Hated, you know, I think they have exactly what they know what to do to improve in the future. So good to know what they need to improve on in the qualifier, and we'll wish them best of luck going forward. But yeah, it's WGL's tournament to lose, I'd say, today. Back to you guys.
Okay, you heard that. Indo says it's WGL's tournament to lose. Out of everything that he says so far, what are your thoughts, Super?
My thoughts are, he said something about MVPs there, and so the way that my notes work is I basically have like map rotation, what the game mode is, and then the names, and I circle the winner, and then I have an MVP column. And because they were all going off in WGL, I actually didn't put an MVP down for any of those games.
The MVP.
The team as a whole was the MVP.
Yeah.
So typically I have something written in there, and I couldn't pick any individual because it was just all team play. As you were saying that they were doing a good job on the other side of having the buddy system there for a little bit on Most Hated. The buddy system is always in effect. Unless you're Maddie and you're sitting in the middle and holding a point. Maddie does a little bit of his own thing, but the rest of them, they always have some sort of support, or at least somebody that's one portal away that is going to come in and support them. So WGL as a team are all playing flawlessly right now.
Now, the long-range specialist, when it came down to it, I mean, this team was absolutely insane. Watching K. Jules just run the map, that was crazy. But for the second series of the day, for the first series of the day, this is exactly what happened. Just domination across the board when it came to those respawn game modes with King of the Hill and Domination. To go into Team Deathmatch, the game type that you love most, Super, it was way closer than expected. I thought we were going to a map 4.
I thought we were at the start, right? At the start, it felt like they were in control. But again, as soon as
the lead.
They had the lead. They had the opening power weapon spawn under control, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what they didn't have in the previous maps. It's something that we said that they needed to do, and they got it done. Unfortunately for them, WGL was like,
they went against
okay,
WGL.
Okay, we're gonna slow down for just a second here. We're gonna wait this timer out and wait for the second round. And you really saw like a slowdown in the opening of that match, right? The initial kills came in. We got to about 7 kills, and then it kind of slowed down. The second round of power weapons came up, and then WGL started just kind of marching on through and gaining traction.
The snowball effect was definitely in effect. But ladies and gentlemen, I have a saying in life, and I don't know about you guys, but if it's free, it's for me. And we actually have a giveaway to give away for this event, the in-game loot drop. Make sure you go to splitgateproseries.com/rewards, and you want to use that code PORTAL now. I love that, man. Giveaways, shout out to everything that's going on so far with this event. We get to see good gameplay, domination, and now we all get some free stuff.
I love free stuff. Free's my favorite price on something. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've had people hit me up like, hey, can we send you out something? Is it free? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. Free stuff is my favorite thing, and in-game skins is also one of my favorite things. So
I mean, sometimes
I'll take it.
I'm broke, so hey, if they want to help me out a little bit, I'm all right with it. But coming up next, we're gonna have AST going against Bork. What are your initial thoughts heading into this series? Because I'm excited to see AST, especially after the dominance we saw from WGL last series.
It's interesting to me to see, is AST in that same form, right? AST is it the AST that beat WGL last week, or is this an AST that is from week 1, week 2, where they still did well, but there's chances that there's an opening? Are all of them on today? Is there a hole in the gameplay? Is somebody not feeling it? Somebody under the weather? Is there room for Bork to get in here? Is there? Yes, I think that there's a chance, but if AST's playing like we saw them last week against WGL, this could be another very quick series.
Now, you and I, we have competitive gaming backgrounds, right? Pro gamers and whatnot, so kind of a flex. Now, my question to you is, we all know that the honeymoon phase is definitely a real thing, especially with this recent team change. And when it comes to Jalen Mans and whatnot, do you think that AST, they're going to continue strong? What would you love to see with this roster?
I don't know that if they continue here in a week 4, then I'm not going to refer to it as a honeymoon phase.
I would love to see it.
That's the big thing for me, right? Because the swap happened in week 2 that they made that change. So now we've had them on 2 weeks in a row. The first week on, they didn't get the W. The second week on with him, they did get the W. So is that the honeymoon phase? Do we consider that week 1? Typically, a honeymoon phase is immediate, right? Immediate is honeymoon when you add the player. And it didn't seem immediate. It came in, so it looked like they made changes from week 2 to week 3. Week 3, they came in strong. If that continues here today, then now we get to have the question of, is WGL the team of Splitgate? Because that was the conversation coming into the season, right? WGL was expected to be that team. Today, we can find out if maybe that storyline is not quite accurate.
We'll see if AST can continue that climb, but as we climb further on through the show, we have the second series currently getting prepped up for you beautiful viewers at home. So while that happens, we're going to throw you, to a short break, and we'll see you soon for some more Splitgate action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Splitgate Pro Series. I'm your boy Velly, rocking the mic with my man Super. This has been a blast so far. My first time doing Splitgate, and coming up right now, we're gonna have Bork facing off against AST. And what we've seen so far, WGL's dominance definitely set the tone to start out this day. Big 3-0, and it has been incredible so far.
It almost felt like it was a throw to AST, like we're setting the standard. Here's the bar.
Watching.
Here's the bar. Can you keep up? Like, here's the pace for the day, because this is not the WGL that we saw last week. This is a different beast entirely. But can they continue that over if AST does make it in? We're not sure, but we'll have to see if AST has the same level of energy that WGL did. Because if they want to, make the same statement and come in with the same amount of heat, they're gonna have to make work of Bork here.
You got that right, and take a look at the map selection right now. King of the Hill is going to be first on Lava Well. After that, Domination on Stadium. Then map 3, Team Deathmatch on Pantheon. We haven't gone across the 3-map threshold today yet, and hopefully this game is going to be a lot closer.
Makes me so sad.
AST winning it all last time around. They're going to be your clear favorites, while Bork, in the meantime, they are here to look to be the upset team as the 3rd-ranked team on our leaderboard.
Olympus, I think, is my favorite map to play on personally, so I just want to see Olympus. I kind of want it to go 4 for my own, personal reasons.
All right, now Bite is going to be on board right now with the long-range scoping. There you have it. Started things off looking nice. Shout out to the Observer. And with the top control and the crossfire coming in, Bork are looking good.
You see him dodge the rocket, too, as it came flying by. Takes
Like
the rocket
the
player out.
Matrix.
Just kind of whoosh. Watch that one go by. And a couple shots here. He does eventually get taken down. That shot going to be coming in from Chasen. Cornbread, another guy to keep an eye on here on the side of Bork. He's one of those guys that has that pop-off potential. But right now for them, Toby, Repellent, 5-1 on the other side. As we check out Repellent as he, takes out the man I was just talking about.
Right, JP is going to win that straight battle, winning the 1v1, taking on 2 portals, but as well, dominating it with map control. Now, you see the comeback currently start to happen, and the game is currently tied. And speaking of which, AST, they're going to be on top now. They start off slow, but now they are heating up super.
Shots here. Jalen, he's going to go down. That's shots coming in from the back by Toby. See if they can hold this hill. They're going to have to get some portals out, take up some of that wall. Also, try and make use of it, looking for some shots, portal to portal action there. And nobody really able to break in and challenge this hill quite yet. Nobody really making the play. We are approaching that moment where it is going to swap sides to the next hill relatively soon. So... Oh, sorry, no, we're on hill number 2.
Yeah, we
got more seconds than I thought. Yeah, they're just dominating the control right now.
Yeah, take a look at this. Right across the assault rifle, I mean, they're dominating it. Toby is definitely a repellent right now. No one's able to cross the map. They're going in and out, getting those kills, and take a look at the points that they have in the hill. 49-19. Bork is popping off, man.
Good plays from them, and really in that control it is. You got to hold down the hill, you got to hold down the walls, but really the big key most of the time when we see these teams control these hills is can we get a pick or 2 when they're trying to make that initial push? Because if all 4 make it to the hill and make the push in, usually they're going to be able to confuse you, get in, and be able to get some kills because you're basically fishing a barrel at that point. But they're getting the picks early before they make it there.
Definitely right, and a little bit of points coming on side of AST. This game isn't a blowout for the favorites, just like the last series, as Bork are putting up such a great fight. But up close right now, Toby, he's looking for something. The hill is going to be controlled, and with help from his teammates all around, he's looking protected, but he gets on out of there. He knows the threat is coming.
Toby looking for some shots back through his own portal. Through his opponent's portal, sorry. Gonna reset his, eat up some space on that wall, trying to find his way through. That wall's already taken, though. That's always the confusion point, right? You turn and you're trying to make a quick exit, and all of a sudden there's a portal in your way, and you run into the solid wall. It feels bad. It just feels bad.
Right, and power up and control is going to be on the side of Chasing currently. He has the rail gun. He's going to get taken down. Big shout out to Bitey as he gets that kill, gets the rail gun, and then drops JP immediately. Bork is on AST's neck right now, and they are not letting him breathe. Great job from the number 3 seeded team on the leaderboard.
That shot, sees the red marker, trying to get the shot through that portal. It will get shut down, and one comes in behind. That's Jalen with the rockets. He's going to get a kill. Jalen, that guy that we were talking about that's kind of the man on the AST side, right? He's the guy. He's got all the wins under the belt, the 76% win ratio. He's currently basically going even, just kind of trading out kills and deaths.
He's not the hottest one in the lobby right now, though, Super. Take a look at Toby right now.
Toby's
Toby with
definitely
the one with the map control across the map, across the assault rifle, and he's dominating 18-5.
See if they can get some more wins out here in the more gun battle wins out in the middle. Jalen gonna win this one here. And AST gonna need a few more wins if they want to start getting back in the driver's seat here. Almost doubling up in just a moment here. They will have doubled up the score line. Cut just short, 2 seconds short on hill time over AST, but Bork feeling pretty dominantly in control.
Look at this. AST, they're actually fighting back. They're doing such a great job right now. The long-range fights are starting to go in their favor. As I say that, Jalen is not going to be the man as he's going to fall from that fight and that engagement. But the close-range gun in place, Sudi's definitely going to be able to get that. 3 kills on the side of AST, and JP with the headshots is on the board.
And that timer starting to creep its way back up as AST does, as you just said, win those kind of those long battles, those long range, and immediately taking out JP, chasing. They both go down, 4 up still on the side of Bork. A few seconds here for them to make use of that man advantage. And a couple good kills there, so the trade out comes. AST, those final 2 standing up, they stand tall.
7 minutes left to go right now, Super. I'm getting nervous, man. AST, they're finding back. They're trying to make that comeback happen. The Cardiac Cats, Sudi's able to get that kill, and these guys are fragging out left and right. This is looking like an evenly contested fight between these 2 rosters.
Yeah, this one's starting to kind of level out. We're starting to see both of them get a little bit of hill time. We're seeing a couple seconds of hold time. We're seeing a couple quick breaches to take hill control. Going to come in, looking for that SMG. Trying to find the kill on Swoot. He gets him right before he can get away as he tries to make his way out through that portal. And you can see him continually pre-charging that. Has the SMG as well. Going to try and make use of it. Doesn't need to. Finds JP. Able to get that trade out. And get one back for Toby there.
The cornbread is on fire right now. The close range fight is definitely in his favor. The long range shots, excuse me, definitely on point. And looking for the next victim right now. Just clearing away.
This hill right here, this hill was the same. This map is even. There's 2 of these hills, one on each side of that center area that has the rocket and the SMG spawn. Both times they have dominated control on this particular hill. This is the one when we were talking about saying, look at how well they're controlling this hill. They're getting those picks. Once again, they make huge gains on that same hill setup opposite side.
You're right. Toby still on point. The high ground control is definitely going to be there. The SMG is going to be in his favor as he's going to take down Swooty and still continuing the lead.
Not only is Toby on point, he's also the Slayer. So once again, it's something that we've praised Maddie for having the ability to. Toby is that guy.
In the hills, Super.
Right.
The objective players popping off is a beautiful sight to see, and Borka looking so strong, currently up 151 to 99 in AST. They're showing life, but just not enough momentarily.
It's one of those ones when you're like leading in that point. Look, the 2 guys on point are leading that. They're both at 27 kills. Ritz also stepping up huge. We haven't been on board with him quite as much. We are now, but 27 kills, 9 deaths, almost the same amount of hill time as Toby. So Bork really playing strong in this King of the Hill setup.
5 minutes currently remaining, and the turnaround is Jalen's going to continue to chase, and Jalen is going to be rewarded as Swoot is going to be able to get the 2K from it. Great teamwork coming in from AST currently as the game is not out of reach yet. Currently down 110 to 162. AST gathering that quality hill time. The beatdown is there. Shout out to Swooty for getting that nice melee kill.
Quick one right in the back of the head. That's just mean, man.
They're going
you
back
just,
and forth,
you just can't do that to people.
This is a good game, Super. Now this Bork team right now, I mean, hey, up 3-0 for the last game, going against AST, the champions, and they're looking solid.
Again, we're back to that initial hill that they did so well on. We went back out to the mid, we're back to one of those side hills again, and what do we see? An immediate push from Bork, immediately pushing AST off of that point and back into their control setup. Portal set up right behind them, making sure those walls are occupied, watching the lines for the way that they're going to be able to come in, make sure you've got somebody up top to watch the ramp. Their setup is flawless each time when they make it to that hill. You cannot let Bork get set up on this hill.
Yep. currently up, 32 kills. Toby still leading the way. Cornbread is going to become victim to the long-range shot, and Toby is going to continue on as the points starting to come up for AST. Game isn't out of reach. Chase is going to get chased down, and Toby with yet another kill. He is the MVP of this game so far.
Ritz might have something to say about it if he gets hot again here. He's at 108 points on Hill. He's been the guy kind of watching that. Low ammo and just going to jump off map there.
All right.
I don't know if I saw him catch something underneath the map. He's just, I mean, every now and then you just, you know, it's just not worth it. You know what? I'm going to reset. I want the pistol and the carbine back.
Yes, sir. Now, currently in control. Trying to get control of the hill. We see ASC trying to fight back. Toby's going to be there once again. He's going to be the stopgap. But the 1v1, Swootie's going to be on top of that 50-50. As Borg still are in the lead and over the 200-point mark. Up by almost 50 points.
A new middle hill, that's one that's going to be up. This is the one that tends to get the least amount of time for either squad here. This is one of those kind of cross battles over the top. It's just so open, no hiding spot, no portal wall that you can use to get out. If you're the guy on the hill, you are really hung out to dry.
Yeah, Toby's doing a good job with the portals as well. With that mid-control, he's able to position himself to where he can back up in that fight and yet watch another lane. With that crossfire coming in from him and Cornbread, they're looking dominant. Fighty is trying to fight back, and he's able to get the kill. Jalen thought he had it. There we go. Bork looking strong.
Jalen's going down, but before he does it, he sends my brain through the scramble drive there and just does like 92 portals in a row, jumping from wherever point A to point B was. I don't know where he started or where he ended, but at the end of it, it wasn't fun for him. He got taken out, so those quick portals sometimes pretty hard to keep up with. That AR, just the disrespect. The disrespect.
The bad manners. I like it.
I'm okay with it. I mean, let's be honest. We're playing an esport of a game that tracks the
yes.
You know,
you get
it tracks the T.
Bagging. Exactly.
It tracks the T. So,
and plus, when you go against AST, you got to bring it, man. You got to pop off and let them know, hey, listen, you might have won the last Pro Series event, but we're daddy here, and they're definitely showing it. A double kill coming on the side of Bitey, and he said, listen, I'm daddy. That's the triple kill. We're gonna get this dub on map 1. They're just gonna have to close it out with 1 minute and 20 seconds left.
I need AST to at least get one map if this one does go the way it looks like it's about to lock down here momentarily for Bork, who has been in control all throughout. They get it done. First map goes the way of Bork. AST start off slow. This is not what we saw out of them last week. This is one of those situations where we might get a map for. I might get to see Olympus, and really that one for me, it comes down to those points that I kept going back to. When those points were up, Bork controlled them for the majority, and then they would trade evenly on the time on all of the open hills, right? The two that are on the pillar out in the middle. You've got the one off of the middle wall where just underneath the sniper spawn, and then they also would then trade out points on the rocket spawn on that hill. So you trade points there, but you dominantly control two of those points. Hard to stop them.
Now, you know what was hard to stop? Toby. Toby was just that guy. Coming up next, we're going to Domination, and Domination was the name of the game when it came to Toby, because Toby was dominating across that assault rifle, and with a 47 and 19 stat line, that's exactly what you need from a player like Toby.
Whew. That's exactly what you want from any player on your team. 47 and 19 is a solid. Yep. You got any other words in there? You got any other words in there? I mean,
amazing.
Just keep going. Yeah,
incredible.
Keep going. I'm just gonna let you go with
dog. It. No, but how did you like to pop off at the end as well from Bitey, jumping down, getting to 3K? I mean, showing off.
I mean,
that has to hurt a little bit if you're on AST, right? Just a little bit.
It's like that final moment. Also, a little bit of the bad manners going on back and forth. You can see, a little bit of the. It's almost like trash talking without trash talking kind of thing. You love to see it. A little drama, a little extra spice to a match, and we're right into map number 2. Again, this is the Domination game type. We're on Stadium, where we saw WGL just absolutely destroy Most Hated. We'll see if anybody can get that level of control here. I think that's going to be a hard thing to try and repeat.
Jalen's going to drop the shotgun with the map control currently in favor of AST. There you have it. They're going to have the C-Hill dominated, and with 16 points and rising, they're facing off against Bork, who currently has speed, starting off with the name of letter of their team name, and you know, halfway to their point total. Let's see if Bork can go about 2-0.
Well, at the moment, they've got all 3 points, so we're at least going to see them take the lead for the moment. This one going their way very early. Toby not popping off yet, but Cornbread and Ritz and Bitey, all 3 at 4 kills apiece, as they've taken early control on the map. What is going on?
Sniper
Bork?
rifle in play. You're going to have the railgun. Bork is on it, 78-45, and they're hitting shots. Cornbread, I love you, man. You keep having plays like that, and we're just going to stay on your screen. Toby is going to be over there to pick up the kill on Swooty after Cornbread goes down, but you still have Bitey in the mix. You cannot cross the map without being in their sights, and you love to see it.
There's shots across. Bitey popping off, gets the shot across, gets the portal across, gets another one. He does eventually go down. That's his second death, but 8-2 so far on the map, as they are in a dominant control. 163-48, already almost 4 times, just over 3 times the score of the other team. One, you know, we were talking about AST unseeded. They got the win last week. What is this version of Bork that we're watching happen right now?
Hey, we're watching a come-up story, and this is the beauty about the beginning of an esport. You start to watch the rise of teams, and all the talk was about WGL. AST won, we're like, hey, maybe AST could take it again. But Bork said, nah, we're going to be in a conversation now, and they're showing it in the biggest way. Bitey is going crazy. 10-3, we see the pop-off plays, and they're running rampant right now. AST, they're starting to answer back, though. 2 hills to none.
199-105. That's 3 hills now. AST getting control over the map. Also getting a few elims here. Jalen will drop, but they are 3 up versus 2 currently. AST in the body count. Back to a reset here as a little bit of a trade out, so 3-on-3 for the moment. Again, got that 8-second respawn. 3 down now on the side of Bork. That's going to allow more hill control time, and AST starting to get things going here, taking control. Ritz going to pop off, get a double. Can they bring this back?
Back and forth like a seesaw battle. Jalen and Swooty leading the way, 14 kills apiece, and they were able to make it happen. AST were getting dominated. They were getting smoked, but now they are currently in the lead with control of the A-hill. But now the game is close. Chasing with the shotgun is going to come up big, and now Bork, they're going to have to fight back.
Can we talk about just how strong the shot he feels in this game, like how good it feels? It almost to the point of a little too good, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It just feels,
back, man.
It's just got that chunk damage that it does, just that huge hit. A nice solid range on it. It does that. It does that to people.
Bad Bitey's on it right now. The shotgun kill, switch it over to the rifle, get that as well. The 2K is looking beautiful than ever. All 3 hills in favor of Bork and AST. The favorites coming into this event from what we saw previously. They're not looking like the favorites right now. This is such a greatly contested game, but Bork is showing their dominance.
Man, all 3 hills swap back in favor of Bork here. Looking for those plays. Chasing Will in that run from the plasma rifle. That's one of those ones that you get that thing going. It's just as hard. It's just as hot as any of the other power weapons you can think of. That plasma rifle just chops things down.
But the reason why they have this huge lead on the side of Bork is because they're going to have the power weapon control. I mean, when you have the shotgun on your side, I mean, what else can you really do, right? The close quarter engagements is definitely working.
Yeah, the shotgun turns you into the boogeyman. You just pop out of walls and take people out, man. It's one of those things that you got to worry about. The shotty here is strong. A lot of the close range weapons, where a lot of the times like sniper rifles, the sniper rifles on this game or on this map, and yes, it has an effect, but not the same as like the SMG and the shotgun. The impact that those guns are going to have are huge.
Double kills on the side of Bork. 448 to 248. Bork is running with it, capturing the A-hill currently. They're going for all 3. They're going for the hat trick. And there's nothing AST can currently do, is they're acing it right now here on Stadium.
Looking for ways through, trying to get back on that point. Is Ritz. What has he got? SMG in hand. Everybody always seems to have some sort of power weapon. They've got 2 in play right now. Cornbread currently with that plasma rifle. SMG in the hand of Ritz, and he continues to make this like figure 8 pattern down into the underworld there underneath the map. Quick portals back up. Gonna finally go down. Jalen gonna be the one to take him out.
This is scary, Super. We're talking about a rematch between WGL and AST, but Bork, they want their name in the spotlight. They want to go to that final match, grand finals, and it's happening now. A lot of money on the line, and they want to get those points. Great job by Toby. The team is popping off, but man, there's no weak spot here.
That was a really aggressive push, too, to make that jump out the window to try and make that wraparound. You're putting yourself up in the air. You are basically a easy skeet shot target for everybody on the other side, but he makes the play, takes down Jalen on that push. So they're feeling it. That's a confidence play to me. That is a I don't care, we're going to control this map, we're dominating you, and they're just running with that energy. They're feeling good.
Now, the pressure is definitely there now. AST were able to secure the last 4 or 5 kills, a shotgun. Excuse me, that's going to be 7. I mean, excuse me, 6 out of 7 kills. Shotgun's going to be in JP's favor. He's definitely securing those kills. The up-close engagements are there. And the rail gun from Jalen is looking good. But shout out to Swooty for being consistent in this attempt to come back. They now have all 3 points, and hey, I believe in Magic.
I believe in Magic as well. This is one of those things that I can't ever count this team out. This is one of those ones that you can lock down 3 points for a long time, but 604, 605, they needed to hold it. That break there might be the final nail in the coffin for this map number 2. I think that final 3-point hold needed to stand right there. The second that they gave up a point, I think that's probably going to be the end of this one for me.
Super. I'm going to let you know now, today has been a treat. I'm loving it. Bork. Oh, well, yeah, Bork currently lost their hill. They're at 631, almost there to win the game, but if AST are unable to win this game, I mean, Bork will be 1 map away. Do you know what that would mean to them heading into map 3? I mean, it just defeats you if you're on the side of AST.
It's definitely coming off of a win too, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those, man, yes, we're supposed to be here. We were second in week 2. We're first in week 3. This is what we're supposed to be here. We're making progress. To then get knocked out at this stage,
that's rough.
Is rough. And then then the question is, week 5 comes along, can you bounce back?
Hey, maybe consistency is always key. Speaking of consistency, it's on the side of AST currently with the 2-hill cap. They've had the hills for the last minute, and hey, it's looking like it's happening. The 8 hill is currently being capped by Bork and AST. They're going to have to combat back. Now, this is going to be hard because now you're going to have contention for all 3 hills, and you cannot allow Bork to maintain. Point total is starting to load up, and the 8 hill currently being captured by AST as well. They're going to get all 3, and they might be able to make this happen.
They can basically just 4-stack 1 hill over and over again on the side of Bork. They can continue to play it that way, but, you know, why do it that way when you can go ahead and take 2? And this one going their way. All 4 members of AST down. You can see the power weapons getting grabbed. Those will all get snatched up. And that should
They're doing it. They're doing it. The lights are on in the studio. The game is just about over. 3 points left. And yep, Bravo wins. Bork are on top. They are loving it. They're doing everything right now, man. They're starting off the game strong. The shotgun play was definitely there. I love what we're seeing from Toby still consistently putting in pressure. And hey, 1 map away from going to the grand finals. I want to see it happen. I love a beautiful upset story.
I want to go past map 3. I want to go to Olympus. I want
drama.
that to happen. So I need AST to get a W here, just because I want to see Olympus because it's my favorite map.
Yes, and Swooty's gonna be the only player on the side of AST that will get over 30 kills as well. So we're gonna have to see more. If anybody thought this was gonna be an easy game, guess again, because we're going to map 3, and Bork is about to clean sweep this series if AST are unable to fight back. Now, we started talking about storylines earlier on in the day and with AST, and I questioned, hey, you know, the honeymoon phase, could it be there? This is a true test in team chemistry.
This is a true test just of your team, period, and how they handle pressure, how they adjust to an adverse situation, right? This is now the most basic of game modes. This is also that moment that occurs in any best of 5 series where momentum shifts. Things are going to happen. Game 3 is what determines, especially when you're down 0-2 in the map count. Map 3 in a best of 5 series is so huge. It's so pivotal that they have to, in the most basic of game modes, TDM, just outslay the other side. It's all you got to do. You just got to shoot them, Belly.
The same League of Legends, but Pantheon is going to be the most important map here right now. This is going to be map number 3, and Bork, this is it. The upset is going to be there, but if you ask them, they might tell you, no, we expected to win this game. They're showing it big time. Bitey let us know with the pop-off on map number 1, and here we go. The shotgun is going to be in play, and chasing is Floaty. We're going to be the first one aboard with kills.
Big battle in the middle there very early. That wall filled up. Won't be able to make use of that. Jalen was looking to try and get through, get behind him with that shotgun. Going to try and continue to make use of that, just find his way around. Going to go ahead and swap out for the battle rifle. So BR and the shotty. Nothing to come out of that quite yet, though.
Yeah, Bitey with the railgun was able to secure 2 back-to-back kills in succession. Oh, Toby gets dominated right there as Jalen is on point with the shotgun control. You love to see it. Oh my God!
Oh,
get another one.
It always looks so quick too when it's that quick pop out, just hit the shot, and you can see the immediate play, the instinctual play that is, I need to get the shot off and I need to get back behind cover, and it's just that quick flick. You have that brief moment window to take that shot and just nails it.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jalen. Okay, so Jalen has a chip on his shoulder because coming into today, Jalen has had the most games won out of any competitor. Now, Bork, they come into the mix and said, hey, we don't care about that. You know, records are meant to be broken, and we're going to stop you en route to go into the grand finals. Jalen's holding it down with 3 kills, and the shotgun control is better than ever. But the fact is, Bitey is running rampant. 6 kills, 2 deaths, the map control is there, and the crosses are better than ever.
You see him see the portals, and he just kind of looks at it. He's like, I can smell the portals. There's somebody around here. And he kind of paused for that moment, and he walks in. Player's already gone, but you can tell he's just looking for it. He's feeling himself, trying to find those kills. Sniper rifle shot, 1. There's a second shot. Can't find the kill. Misses the third shot. Have to. Yeah. You've got him from the side. You don't have to rush the shot. Take the time on that initial hit. As soon as he rushed that first shot, it threw him off.
Now take a look at the score, 14-15, and Bork is currently going to be in the lead. Tiny contested game, and the shotgun switch is there. Jalen is on it, but he finally goes down. Hey, great run by him.
And this is really cool to see out of Bork, right? Toby was the man to kick things off. He was kind of popping off. He's having a little bit of a rough game here on the TDM. He seems to do better in those fights where he can kind of determine where it's going to happen. It's going to happen on the hill. It's going to happen here. I have a little bit more information to work off to figure out where people are at. He doesn't seem to be doing quite as well in the TDM. The rest of the team, though, stepping up and keeping them in it when he is in that situation. So good shout out to his team, making sure that they make up a little ground.
No long-range power weapons currently in play, and with the shots coming in from JP, he's a player across map, and he's able to connect, but he's going to fall victim, and Chase is going to join the graveyard with him. AST fighting from behind yet once again, and tournament life is going to be on the line this map. This is it. They lose this game, and it's going to be a clean sweep in favor of Bork, currently up 2-0. But man, look at this. Look at the stat line all across the board. Toby is going to be the MVP right now, but everyone is doing such a great job on the side of Bork.
Man, the shot comes out, sniper rifle's there, steps out, takes the shot, tries to take down Toby. What ends up happening? Toby makes a call out, teammate comes in from behind, Cornbread takes out that sniper. The immediate response to make sure that they're on top of them and take those out.
Bitey is on point. He timed the railgun perfectly. He's going to have it in his favor. This has been the player that's been popping off consistently with it. Now, with the power weapon in the hands of Bork, they're up 26-23, but he's looking to extend that lead. JP was going to be in a size, the call-out was there, but he's going to fall, and yet he is scouting the entirety of the map. The moment he sees a head pops off, then he will pop off himself to get those kills.
Yeah, one of the things about Bitey, he may not be the guy that's just leading in kills, right? He's not the over-the-top dominant, but his KDA, that's where he's making up for everything. He's a part of everything. He's 9-3. He's making sure that he has good trades. He's staying positive, and that, at the end of the day, is the big thing in TDM. But yeah, we were hyping. I hyped him too long there.
No, Jalen gets a double kill, getting the rifle along from Bitey's body, and then all of a sudden Toby comes up and says, "Nah, you kill my boys, I'm going to have to answer back." He's going to get the refrag on both of his dead teammates, and there you have it. The power weapon is going to be on his side, and Bork is still in the lead, but only by 2.
SMG going to be coming up here momentarily. We'll see if they make that rotation back or who will end up getting that one. It looks like Ritz is over there waiting for that spawn. Toby pulling back into a positive KDA, 8-7 now.
Love it.
That is going to be a big thing here for them, but they need to maintain this. They're only ahead by 1. This is much more. I know this is your first week here with us. This is much more of what the TDMs have been here in the Splitgate Pro Series in the previous weeks.
The hunter that we currently see in this series right here is something special. I mean, let's be completely honest. Bork and AST, they're finally maintain their professional status, and Bork is the underdogs in this matchup. They come out in the biggest way. This is the way you're supposed to play Splitgate, and I'm all here for it.
Yeah, I mean, if you just go and look at the leaderboard, right, coming into this, you go, AST. AST is going to win this no matter what, right? We're going to see AST versus WGL. Yeah, it's the storyline's already written itself. Yeah. No, not the case here. Bork apparently was not issued the same script.
Jalen with the railgun, making it happen right now. AST up by 3, fighting for their life. But Toby, he's going to have an answer for that. Bork currently down by 2. It's quiet on all fronts right now. Teams are playing extremely passive. They're keeping that long range, and that's where Jalen is going to be the most effective one with that railgun. But in the sights right there, to pop off and a switch to the SMG, Toby is going to fall victim to Swooty. And Swooty, 18-7, is trying to make it happen.
Use that sniper, looking through, waiting to see if Cornbread will peek, and
How
not
passive
finding
they
anything. Just not a good sight line. Can't really see much for long enough to actually react to take a shot there, so just going to have to hold the line, and eventually going to get shot from the side. Just sitting in that scope forever.
Bork just exploded with 3 straight kills to break the tie. 42-39, 8 kills away from getting to 3-0. Super. I think they're trying to make it happen, man.
I think that they probably are trying to make it happen. Looking for the chase. Not going to go ahead and go through that portal. I'll let him get away. Trying to make the press up into the top of the tower here. Up against JP. Gets the second shot. Does not get the kill, though. Only gets the body shot for 65. Trying to find his way back through.
Oh my God! Like a jump scare with the shotty to the body. Jalen's gonna fall down 44-39, making 45, 5 away from the sweep. And Bork, they gotta be feeling it, man. Everything's on their side. AST with their backs against the wall, Super. They're gonna have to come back in the biggest way right now.
They're gonna have to find a way to get rid of Ritz right now because he's going off and he's got the okay, that works. He has the SMG and the shotgun. A railgun will definitely end that run for him.
Minutes remaining.
All right, I don't think we're going to need 5 minutes for this announcer, man, because 46-42, Bork is looking to close out the game, but the turtle approach coming in from AST is definitely helping him out right now, slowing down the game, but a close battle right there. Yeah, Chasing is going to be chasing that kill, but that's going to be it for that.
3 kills left for Bork to go for the 3-0 sweep over AST. The upset coming in, and there it is, 49-42. 1 kill left. Who's it gonna be?
Go!
There it is. Toby gets the finish.
All right, so I love drama, I love storylines, but most importantly, Super, I love upsets. And coming into my first week here when it comes to Splitgate Pro Series, we see exactly that. Yeah, WGL versus Most Hated didn't turn out that way. It wasn't a close game. But for series number 2, Super, listen to me, man. We all heard about AST last week. Jalen's on the team. Jalen, the most storied player with the most wins out of everybody so far, was shut down as AST didn't win a single map against a third-seeded team, Bork.
Yeah, third-seeded team Bork comes in huge. Woo! This is unexpected. If you told me that maybe they win in a 5-3, sorry, 3-2. I'm sitting here counting the.
No, this was a crazy game.
3-2, a 3-2, a 3-1. Sure, maybe, but to tell me that AST's not going to take a single map off of them, no. I would have laughed at you, sir, had you tried to tell me that.
Now, Ritz with 20 kills is going to be the MVP of that game, and with such a tightly close contested game, Bork pulls away 50-42 on team deathmatch. But take a look at all the game types. They were all close. They were all extremely close. We went to stadium when it came to domination. I mean, it was back and forth, right? Both teams with 3 hills apiece, and then all of a sudden, it came down to the wire. Bork only had 1 hill as AST were fighting back. They had the most hills towards the end of the game, but it just wasn't enough. They tried, but man, that's pretty much it. Bork is going to head to the grand finals to face off against WGL.
I don't know if that's a prize that you want or not.
I like it,
but it's going to happen.
Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, let's send this over to Endo, big brain man. Endo, I want to hear your thoughts about this game. What did Bork do to help them win this series?
It was very simple. I was told by a little bird that the reason Bork came in swinging in this semifinals this time is because they gained something very important, and that thing was confidence. They played with total confidence. They had no doubt in their minds that they were going to win this one against AST. AST, of course, last week being the winners. And yeah, they definitely showed why. The reason why you could definitely see they were confident was during that third game on Pantheon TDM, they were playing a little bit slower. The game was tied. It looked like it could have been anyone's game, right? And then at the end, they totally clutched it. Why? Because they were confident. You saw the likes of Bitey and Toby making plays when it mattered the most. And that was simply the story of this one. So I want to see how far this confidence is going to carry them, because who knows? I think they have a solid chance of upsetting WGL. Who knows? But that's my thoughts, and back to you guys.
I got a little excited.
you. There we go.
Got flipped, but okay, so I love hot takes. I throw them out left and right. But Indo says that he thinks that Borg has a good chance with the upset in the finals. Man, how do you feel about that?
I'm always here for the underdog story. I'm here for it if they can pull it off. I think it's a big task.
It can happen.
Is it possible? Yes.
Yes.
Do I think that it's likely? I don't think that we see like a 3-0. If they do it, I want. Just get me to map 4. Get me to map 4, please.
I want to see the disrespect, okay? Because, coming into this tournament...
You want to see the disrespect? They just got disrespected last week by AST.
Do you know what we learned today, Super? God's bleed, okay? WGL lost, number 3, played a number 3, and then today AST comes in as the reigning champions, right? And then what just happened to them? 0-3, they swept him. They got him out of here, Super. So, I'm rocking with Bork, man. They have all the momentum on their side. You can't help but be a fan. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have the grand finals. The Split Game Pro Series is heating up better than ever, and it's definitely getting hot over here. Next, we're going to see WGL facing off against the number 3 seeded team. It's going to be Bork. It's going to be the top dogs versus the dark horse, and I can't wait. We'll see you soon after the break.
Nice play.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a treat. Welcome back to Splitgate Esports, so Splitgate Pro Series, and my name is Veli. I've been rocking the mic with my man Super all day long. Now, coming here today, of course, you take a look at the leaderboards and the standings of everything that's been going on to this point. The favorites, WGL, no doubt about it, right? We saw AST doing, let's take a look at the leaderboard as well. AST, they've been catching up. You see them in second place, really close to WGL. Now, that has been flipped on its head. Bork, the number 3 seeded team, what did they just do?
They just 3-0'd. They just 3-0'd AST. They're playing extremely hot, and they're going to come into this series up against WGL for the final series of the day and try and, maybe close that gap a little bit between third and second place. Total points that they could take down, if they manage to take down WGLs, they could net themselves 400 points today. They could go all the way up to 750 on that leaderboard, which would be a really big jump for them.
I would love to see it. Let's take a look at the bracket to see how things have unfolded so far. Now, WGL, they start off the day hotter than ever with a nice 3 over most hated. It was very one-sided, but then on the other side, AST, the favorites heading into this event, got 0-3 by Borg. Borg dominated in every way possible. I'm going to give a big shout out to Toby, because Toby was putting out a clinic, 47-19 to start off the series, and then after that, Borg were popping off. Bitey with the BM and, shooting bodies here and there. You know what? I appreciate that, Bitey. Keep it up, but let's see if they're going to do that against the gods of Splitgate so far. This battle is going to be so hard, and I'm going to give a big shout out to AST as well. I hope they come back even better next play day.
Maybe they come back next week looking as angry as WGL did in their first series. We'll have to see if WGL is got that level of heat going still as they get into this next series.
We're going to see now. For those of you at home, I have yet another treat for you. Now, when it comes to headsets, there's nothing better than Astro Gaming headsets. And you know what? We want to share it with you. And look at the customized ear tags. That is incredible. Make sure that you type !Astro in the chat to enter. And also, if you don't follow us on Twitter, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Make sure you follow us at SG Esports, where we also announce this there. So make sure you're in the chat. Make sure you follow our social pages, and make sure you try to win that headset. So me personally, I love the A50, man, the wireless headset. It was just amazing, and you could also have one of your own. Now, heading into the grand final, Super, this has been a crazy day. What are your honest thoughts?
My honest thoughts are, this is gonna. I don't know who's gonna take this. Both teams look hot. If that had gone maybe 3-1, 3-2, and Bork won, I would be like, okay, WGL. But Bork looks hot. Bork is playing really well, but I don't know that they're playing quite as dominant as we saw out of WGL. So I'm gonna give the edge to WGL here. I mean, you kind of have to, right? They've already won 2 weeks. They took second in the only week that they didn't win.
Who did they lose to, though?
They lost to AST, and AST just got taken out. But AST did not look like AST from last week, so it leaves some questions. But new map rotation, so we're gonna have the same game modes going through, different maps.
Yes, now let's take a look at the maps right now. King of the Hill on Abyss is going to be map number 1. And then after that, we will see Foregone and Domination. Now, when it comes to Team Deathmatch as well, which is going to be in Atlantis, that's where we saw Borg struggle a little bit when they were faced to approach that turtle playstyle coming in from AST. Now, WGL, they're going to be the power weapon gods because we see them swarm it consistently time and time again. That's where players like Bitrate are going to have trouble now. If Borg can start off with those long-range weapons, we see him with the scope, we see him with the railgun, this might go in favor of the underdogs, but still, we're waiting to see this finals go down, and both teams, they're hungry. We see them in the chat, and they're definitely ready.
I don't know what they were asking. I can see the chat. They said casters question mark. I didn't see what the original question was, so I have no idea. But sure, K-Jules, whatever it is, yes.
K-Jules, yes. By the way,
That's our
K-Jules,
answer.
I want to see you pop off in this grand finals game like you did earlier on. But ladies and gentlemen, we're about to kick things off. The top dogs, the gods of Splitgate Pro Series, facing off against the number 3 team, Bork. This isn't the finals that we expected, but this is the finals that I want to see, and it's about to start right now.
Well, whether you want to see it or not, it's the finals that we got. Bork going up against WGL here on Abyss. This opening play going to be king of the hill. And so far,
Akubo!
WGL looking pretty solid.
Akubo jumps up, gets the first blood, and then 2 more after that. The 3K to start off the day. 4 kills total before he gets finally sent to the grave. WGL, they're making a statement. Currently up 9-1, and you love to see it.
12-1 on the timer, and it continues to go the way of WGL. Okay, Jules jumping all over the place. We're on board with him. He's got that rail gun trying to make use of it. Up against Ritz here. This is going to be a close battle. Ritz over the top is going to get him. Gets the takedown. So K-Jules eliminated. That's a big one. That's a power weapon out of play for him.
Risk is going to get the 2K as well. Body's going to join the action, and right now Bork is fighting back, and they're gaining points with control of the hill. They're able to do this. WGL, they're feeling it. This game is not as close as the first series for WGL, but Bork, they're looking good, man. 20-24.
Back and forth they go. That one looked a lot more in control at the start for WGL, but Bork.
God, Bitey! Punching Maddie in the face for the 2K. Super, I'm sorry to...
Oh no, by all means,
but
when
right
things
now,
happen, sometimes you gotta do that.
Bork is popping off, man. You love the map control.
Back and forth battle. So really, again, something that I've credited WGL so well is their ability to break hills and maintain them, but that's really what we saw out of Bork as well. They did a great job of making their trades and taking the time on the hill when they could get it, and they ended up taking down AST that way. So this is a similar approach in the way that they go to attack hills, and I think that this might be a lot closer than we expected.
This is a tug-of-war battle right now, a back-and-forth contested engagement on map number 1. This is beautiful. 42-37, WGL fighting back. The Kings take the lead, but can they hold on to it for long? Look at the shots coming in, though. K-Jules going to take some damage off her wrist and finishes that. Shout out to Maddie for the engagement right there. And this team, they are now firing off on all cylinders.
The shots on the side of Toby, can't get the finish, and Toby able to get the turn, actually. Takes him out, so K-Jules, Akubo, both down on the side of WGL. That's going to give favor for the moment to Bork. Players starting to come back online.
Get
The
that.
hill
Get
control.
that. The pistol comes out from Maddie, and he finishes the kill. Both of these players, I mean, both of these teams, everybody on these rosters, they came to play.
Back and forth battle still. WGL maintaining that slight lead. Again, trying to get out of the way of this railgun this time. That's in the hands of Cornbread, who's looking to try and make that press for the hill. Hill unoccupied by anyone at the moment, or it'll be up in 1 second. New Hill's up. Gonna see the transition. Everybody rotate, but what you're really gonna see is a little bit of use of that rail gun. Make that switch to the SMG, makes the push for the hill, and now you see the portals go out, starting to try and occupy those walls, lock it down, limit them, funnel them into the map's normal flow, not let them make use of the portals to try and get on the hill with you.
All right, Cornbread's finally going to go down for that killing spree right there, and there you have it, 70-68. These teams are neck and neck right now, tied yet again. Ritz, okay, he's going to get away from that. Take a look at K-Jules navigating around the map, currently looking for a player to get into an engagement with. The battle's going to be right there. Bitey's going to get out of there, but not fast enough as K-Jules gets the 2K, baby. Heating up right there, 16-6.
For their way through, can't find anybody. Just going to hold down the point for the moment. Finally making use of the portal, off the point, onto the point, off the point, and on again. Gets the win through, and WGL starting to get a little bit of a pull away. The biggest lead we've seen thus far, up 31 now.
This is what champions look like, baby. WGL, they start the game off behind, and now look at them. They're ahead by more than 30 points. K-Jules, he ain't dying. K-Jules is everywhere right now, swarming in with shots, and finally he falls, but the damage has already been done. WGL, they're in the lead big this time.
K-Jules, not dying. Immediate caster curse. You just keep doing it to him, man.
I love it. But right now, I mean, Bork, they're fighting back. The game isn't out of reach yet, but both of these teams, they're looking to evenly match. Maddie's going to get the drop on Toby, and right now, the hill is in contest by Bork. The double kill is there, and Bitey is just that guy right now.
Whitey is that guy on that side. The other one on the other end, really, though it doesn't show in the stat line for me, Akuvo, he's kind of been the guy off the point, but he's getting those early engages and slowing down the press coming into the hill. So he ends up trading out a lot, but able to get some kills here, gets up to 21, picks up 2, eventually does go down to Cornbread.
30-point lead for nothing, baby. That's nothing to Bork. Backs against the wall, and they love the pressure. K-Jules is going to get the drop on Toby once again, and that's a battle that we've been seeing all game long. Both of those players definitely going big in their own ways for their respective teams. But the long-range shots from Akuvo, the guy that started off the game with the 3K and the first blood, is going to win that, engagement.
Looking for Toby here to be the guy to pop off on the other side. He's somebody that was going off huge in their last series when they were playing up against AST early in those first two, right? In those first 2 rounds when he was in the domination, in that King of the Hill match, he was the guy. We'll see if he can end up picking up a little bit more speed, but at the moment, this is really a struggle match. This is a back and forth. This is a very, very close, hard-fought battle.
Look at Akuvo assisting his teammates right now with the SMG and the close range play. Now coming up behind, the melee wasn't there, but still putting in great damage. K-Jules, once again, dropping Toby. He has been his kryptonite all game long. Maddie's currently in a fight, and take a look at the crossfire. Akuvo's going to be there to get the best out of Toby, but Toby said, get out of here, man. This is my fight.
Yeah, Kubo, a little bit of a sketchy entrance there as he's getting hit through the portal and decides to just walk right through it anyways. Not sure what the decision-making process was there, but, you know, at the moment, they're in the lead, so I can't really knock them that much. They're getting the job done.
Hey, they're the pros, and I'm loving what they're showing us right now. Moving around the map and the long-range fights are there. Kubo's trying to find something that's going to work for him. Bitey's going to be there. That's one of the star players. K-Jules is going to get the win, and there you go. Kubo maneuvering around the map, using the portals to his advantage, getting the flank, and Bitey goes down.
I think he just picked up the bat there, too, and ended up dropping down the hole when he died, so the bat goes off map. But we haven't seen that yet, and it's something that has been such a fun piece to watch occur when one of these players gets a hold of the bat and starts popping off, jumping out of portals with it. Yeah. It's more fun than the shotgun.
Now, this is scary right now because now take a look at the points and what we've been seeing all game long, right? Bork has been tying the game with WGL, but the biggest lead that we saw came from WGL when they hopped ahead by 30 points. Now, they're going to be up by 70. This is the biggest gap in points we've seen all map one. And WGL, they're looking awesome. They're looking perfect. Bork, they're going to have to fight back. But this lead right now just looks like it's too much.
It starts feeling like too much, and its pressure starts building here, right? This is now you're down. 44 seconds left of hill time to go. 250 is the cutoff, and really, this has shifted. The control, the power, everything in favor of WGL. They finally got their feet planted, and they are holding on strong. And the turn, the pick up a second. What is going on? K-Jules going off, picking up that railgun, picks up 2.
K-Jules, man, going big in the grand finals. Can he get Toby? You can't stop him. Get out of his way. The map control is there, and that is why the power weapons are just so important. Look at the lead. Up by 800 points now. Bitey's going to get the kill on luck. Yeah, the 2K is there, but still, it doesn't matter. K-Jules was dominating right there.
Final seconds. I mean, 11 more to go. Not much else to say other than that. We'll see how long Bork can hold on, but this is really just a test of time. Eventually, WGL, they can basically make plays now where they don't have to constantly send somebody. They can just wait till they have all 4 up, coordinate an attack, and make sure that they hit as a collective. And that is what they're going to do. They do make the press in. They finish off those final seconds. They take map 1, and what felt like it was going to be a very close back and forth ends up being quite a dominant second half of map 1.
K-Jules. That's all I got to say, man.
K. Jules.
K. Jules. Did you see that? K. Jules with the...
He did all right.
Right. Got the kill, dropped down, punch homie in the back, got the 2K, kept on going. K. Jules has been a threat and a terror. Whatever, it's long range, close range, it doesn't matter. I'm loving what I'm seeing from him right now.
Yeah, he goes off when he gets one of those power weapons in his hands. It's
over.
It's fun. It's fun to watch, right? He's that player. He's that specialist that's going to go through and just tear through them.
It's not fun to watch if you're on the side of Borg, but on Borg,
I don't know that you're watching it. You're watching your body lay on the ground on the respawn screen is what you're doing.
Yeah. So now I'm heading into map number 2. Now Borg has finally dropped the map today. And this is going to be the true test, right? Yeah, we saw the upset happen against AST. We hyped it up, and we're happy for it. But now they're going against the champions. They're going against the guys, the team that has won the most so far. And heading here in a domination, we need to see more. We got to see more. We saw Cornbread go on a big tear, but now when it comes to Foregone, he's going to have to be consistent with it because that tear that Cornbread was on with the power weapon that we saw, the kills and deaths started to go lopsided a little bit. 14 and 21, that wasn't what they needed on that team.
No, they needed a bunch more there, and Cornbread really a guy that's a big piece of that squad. If he's not functioning, there's a missing piece there that's going to throw the rest of it off. That all cogs need to be functioning. They cannot get caught up that way. So see if they can turn it around here. We're going to go into domination, making the switch off of King of the Hill. This time you got to control 3 points. 3 points are not going to move the entire map or the entire time we're on this map. One of the things, though, that will be moving, these players. They're going to be going from end to end. There's a lot of portals that you can hit from A and get all the way to C immediately.
Toby, that's what I'm talking about, man. Getting those 2 kills right there, and Bity's going to be along the way. Now you got the long-range weapons on the side of Bork, and let's see if they take advantage of it. Now, the B hill is currently being captured by Bork, and with 2 on their side, they're going to get the lead momentarily. Let's see if they can hold on to it.
Early lead here. A and B side is in favor of Bork. I'm not sure how long they can hold that for. Opening kill. Not an opening kill, but a great beatdown kill there as they get that punch. Making the plays there, that's going to be Toby. He's opening up 3-0 on the kills to kick this one off. Looking out over A, trying to find the shots through the portal. Gets down, can't get the guy through the portal. Eventually gets caught coming through, and down goes... I missed who that kill was on. I think that was K. Jules went down, dropped the sniper.
K. Jules got shot out the sky like a bird. Maddie gets popped from across the map, and I'm loving what Bity's doing right now, but the flame from K. Jules is everywhere. 5 kills and 3 deaths, leading the way, but look at the points. 101 in favor of Bork. Oh, but the railgun is in play. There goes Luck with a nice big shot on Toby.
Railgun's in play. We've also got the sniper here in the hands of Luck. He's got both. Railgun hit the sniper. There's the swap. Ends up picking up the carbine. Gets the finish on to Bitey. Shot down on top of him. Gets the cleanup. Tries to get 1, 2 shots into Cornbread. Can he find him in the corner here as he rotates in? Does find him, but another player in the opposite side. Going to put a couple shots in his back.
Yeah, the big scope is going to be down from that kill as well. And this map being as linear as it is, I mean, those shots are going to have to be on point. Toby spawns out of a nade and coming out of that portal, and that's just going to be bad luck on his end. But 2 hills to 1, and WGL, they're looking to come back right here on map number 2.
This is one of those maps where you kind of say, yeah, it's a linear map, right? It's got the 3 lanes, but then you remember that it's split gate, and that no lanes exist. Lanes are a figment of our imagination.
He was going for it. The candy cane was out, and oh yeah, Kubo's gonna take out Cornbread. There you have it.
The break of the portal usage, all of that going to be huge here. Portals away, able to get out of there, almost getting shots in the back. K. Jules nearly netting himself that kill. Gets tagged a couple times, has to run right back through the portal and get out of there. Can't quite line the shots up. A lot of players getting stuck up here in this top side with no way out.
Yeah, this is where Bity's going to be a threat. So Bity's going to have the scope and watching across the map. We're going to expect Bity to go ahead and make sure that the B and C hills are going to continue to be pressured by Bork. Now, WGL currently with the A hill. They've contested C. They're unable to decap that, and B is also going to be gone. WGL putting in work. The pressure is there. Now on board with K. Jules, looking for a kill, and he's been great for it. Right in front of him, we might see him get into an engagement with Bitey as he's dipping and diving it. Yeah, Bitey's going to get the best of him. That was big.
A couple trades come out, and this one so close. Back and forth. They keep trading out that B hill. A and C keep trading out as well, but really the control of B is what determines this map for the most part. So that B hill so important on how long you can hold it, and it's so open with so many portal walls. It's a difficult point. Can you hold on to it longer? We're going to find out. Right now, they have been able to do it. WGL, once again, in control, and they're starting to build a lot of space between them and Bork.
Yeah, Kubo definitely applying a lot of pressure for the simple fact that WGL, they can have the point and hill advantage. Now, if they can maintain this lead, they can get a 2-0 lead on Bork, and Bork, they're trying to be the upset kings right now, backs against the wall once again, and the lead is starting to get extended. Toby, he's trying to make something happen, and it's 1v1 against Maddie. Oh my god! He turns the corner, thought it was a 1v1, but Maddie, he had a friend with him.
Yeah, WGL, though they don't currently have the points, they have the lead in score. A and B currently not in their favor, but really where they're winning is in the elims game. When you look at the kill count, you look at the death count on each side, you can tell that WGL really is in control in the overall on this map. It may be slow going, but they are going to constantly continue to do what, as you said earlier, they're going to do those quick decaps on B and continue to try and control the other two.
That was big. Luck was able to time the sniper spawn perfectly. He was able to pick it up, but he's going to fall. And the sniper is not going to be in their hands. Now, C currently being lost and 2 hills going in favor of Bork. The comeback is currently starting to happen. Now, Bork is a 3rd seeded team down big in points. They're trying to fight back, but K. Jules ain't having none of that. Body gets his head taken off, and now the long-range gun that everybody needs in their hands is going to be in favor of WGL.
In the man that knows how to use it, K. Jules going to be the one to try and see if he can line up a shot. He continues to check that overwatch position with that portal, looking over A. Now looking down over across from B, trying to find a shot. Can't get a lineup. And just kind of stuck. He can see the itchiness, the antsiness as he's just constantly weapon swapping.
Oh my god! Stop it, K. Jules! Kiss his Bitey in the face with the scope, and that is it.
You came around the corner to the guy that's sitting there that's like shadow boxing. He's clearly warmed up. You walk into the wrong guy at the wrong time right there. K. Jules absolutely destroyed that man.
And now WGL, they're going to have the favor with all 3 hills in their nature, and they are dominating. Now about to be up by 100 points. And Bork, the team that we thought were the underdogs, we know are the underdogs, it is looking slow. WGL looking dominant right now.
Yeah, WGL looks like they're getting more and more comfortable on this map as the time goes on. They did have that three hill grab there for a brief moment. Now down to 1. You can see all the hills kind of swapping as everybody's just portaling everywhere trying to get back into control of the map. Okay. Cornbread going to get a good pick there. Takes down 1. K. Jules is down. Akubo's down. That's going to give them a moment to get something done, but they also drop 2.
I like that effort. Cornbread was looking like the best part of Thanksgiving right there with that 2K, but it just wasn't enough. He's going to get the drop on Maddie. What you think?
I mean, cornbread is one of my favorite things at Thanksgiving.
See, that's why I like you, Super.
There we go. It's up there. It's up there. I'm a big guy. I love stuffing too, though. I mean, we're getting close to it, man.
And right now,
Thanksgiving's coming up. Don't get me started on the subject.
You're right. And now Bork is getting the stuffing beat out of him, but they're trying to make the comeback happen. Still, as the scope is in the hands of them. They're getting these kills, but they need the map control. They need the hill control. Currently 2-1, and the comeback can currently happen. The game is in reach. It's not out of the way.
Whoever had that sniper previously that just went down just tried to scope in as close range combat with that sniper. Just whip him in the head, man.
They think they're K. Jules. Not everyone is K. Jules.
K. Jules wouldn't have scoped for that.
Oh, Maddie, though. Maddie's on it. Whenever Maddie gets hot, though, I mean,
Maddie's
coming in
scary.
is the top KDA out of everybody. You do not want Maddie to warm up, and that's exactly what happened. 26 and 16 currently, leading the way for the team. And the pop-offs are definitely there. Night-night Bitey.
Maddie just hanging out for the moment, taking control of that hill, and from the side comes Ritz in his blind spot. As he's looking up, gets shot from the low side. And that's a big kill. Taking down Maddie, especially with a power weapon, that's a huge player removed for a few seconds. Gives you some time to try and get something done. Unfortunately, in that moment, you lost 3.
Yeah, it's looking rough right now. The kills are the kill feed is all blue right now. WGL, they're currently having their way. They're toying with them. Kubo gets 1. K. Jules drops Toby. And Toby, the player that was definitely MVP for this team, along with Bitey. The stat lines are even. They're not struggling, but they're unable to come on top against WGL. They're power weapon control currently. The map control is just way too much, and map 2 is almost done.
Cornbread picks up shuts down a kill spree there on the side of WGL, but not going to be enough. WGL will end up closing this one out with almost a 200-point lead. 700 to, I think that was 520 on the board. So 2 in a row go the way of WGL, and this is that point again. We've hit that middle point. We've hit that game 3, the pivot, the TDM, we're back to basics. Can you outslay WGL? If the previous 2 matches are indicators of anything, the outslayability is currently in favor of WGL.
Right, because Bork last time on TDM, that was a close one against AST, man. AST could have definitely won that, and I thought we were going to a map number 4. Now, this is it for Bork. We saw the turtle playstyle wasn't in their favor, and we know now that when range is involved, the players that are going to pop off are on the side of WGL. K-Jules, whenever there's a long-range scope in his hands, takes over, dominates the map. And now Bork, they're going to need some type of heat. They need a player to really step up and some type of consistency with everybody all around.
We need to see that level of confidence, right? Endo was talking about it. I talked about it in one of the plays when they took down Jalen on Stadium, right? That jump out play with the wraparound play through the open. That level of confidence, that level of swagger, we haven't seen yet here.
Yes.
So that's something that we need to see kind of come in, and this is the last moment. You got to do it. You haven't done it yet here in the series. This is your final test to be able to do that, show it off. We're going to need to be able to see them make a press, and this is going to be done on Atlantis. This is a map where there are some pretty tight corridors. There's some pretty tough spots to get through. This is one of those ones where a lot of times it's going to be straight up gun battles. There's certain areas of this map where Portal really isn't going to do you any good whatsoever. So
now, okay, Bork, we're going to need you to make us all proud right now. Making it to the grand finals has been spectacular. We have loved what you've been doing so far all day. But heading over to Atlantis, I want to see Bork come back with a fight. The map is currently underway, and now this is where we see what champions are made of. Can WGL close this out in a clean sweep to win the day 6-0? We're about to find out.
Well, off the rip here, we're going to have a quick trade as they fight for control over that plasma rifle. One of those ones that in these tight hallways, these tight corridors, is just going to rip through people. And the bat in hand here for Ritz. See if that ends up making any plays with it. That's one that's super fun to watch. Trying to pre-fire and set that up. Through the bat.
Sosa! Let's go! Akuma, okay.
I've been waiting for one of these bat kills for you the entire day. I've just been hoping for one because you haven't got to cast one yet. Jumps right through and just goes to town with it.
Barry bonded him. That was beautiful to see, and that's how you start off a game, baby. This is the grand finals. Bork against WGL, 2-0 lead for the champions right now, and they are up by 3 kills. But take a look at a railgun. Can he connect? Can he connect? No, it's going to be off.
And that's going to be the last shot from that. But what's he got in the other hand? He's got the bat. Looking to try and portal through. Can't get all 3 of them there. Had he been able to make the jump through, that might have just been a killing spree.
This is a lot of close engagements, and K-Joe is going to be on top with the 2K. Maddie's going to fall, and right
baseball
now...
bat! There it is!
Oh my god! Bopped him! K-Jules is showing off in the best way possible, and I'm here for it.
I'm always here for it. The bat is one of those ones that when you start seeing the guys just portal around, you have to assume they're just having all the fun. Luck is going to catch one to the face. That one's going to come from Cornbread. Everybody getting a turn with the bat.
This is like a home run derby, man. These close quarter engagements, definitely fun to watch. Cornbread's going to get a nice shot on K-Jules, securing that kill. And this has been a really important spot on this map right now, and both teams are fighting hard for it. No one has a clear lead.
Tight corridors do make it kind of hard to make it through these corners, like where Maddie's at, to try and get out of that position into these rooms when it's held by more than one player. It's so difficult, but from the other side does come his teammate, and some shots ring out.
K-Jules is rocking him! Stop it! Bitey! Night! Make it 3, okay. Okay, so K-Jules does miss after all. I didn't know that was possible, but we're loving what we're seeing from the sniper rifle.
Toby, he's going to be the one to end that run for K-Jules, who's currently 11-5. Jump on board with Bitey. He's got a bat, finds one, can't get around the corner to get a second. But every time, it seems like everybody that gets that, the limit is 1. You are allowed one hit.
Not today.
That's it.
Not
one
today.
hit wonders.
Listen. We're going to see somebody go on a spree with it. I'm calling it now, and I can't wait to see it.
Well, we'll find out if that ends up happening or not here as this match continues on. Up 5 now is WGL, looking to try and end this one in 3 games. They're looking to just do it perfect. That shot perfectly right in the face with the
The railgun.
The railgun. Man,
disgusting.
my brain just shut off on me right there.
I mean, everything we've been seeing so far, this has been a crazy day. And my brain is in shambles as well because this play is... Oh my God, Toby, stop it. 25-30, Bork. They're fighting back. This is a close game. But WGL, every time the score gets closer and closer, they pull up a spree to further get away from Bork, and they want to win that title.
And I have to try and make the swap. Can't do it. Maddie makes the press up into a plasma rifle in a closed corridor. That's the confidence level that I was looking for out of Bork. Unfortunately, Maddie's the one that has it.
All right, running away from danger, Cornbread, 11-7, way better than last game. SMG in hand, chasing the player who's not gonna be able to get into any fight right there. Pretty unfortunate, but Maddie with the 2K, that's what you want to see.
Shots gonna take down K-Jules, making the swap over to the SMG. Back over, shots down the hall, gets 2 tags, but nobody's gonna be able to finish it off. Entire team now trying to take control over this room here.
Yeah.
And this seems to be the spot where they get these quick kind of catch-up moments for Bork is when they do get control of this room.
They're going to score. They're trying to get railgun control right now, but the score currently 40-33. This is where Bork is going to have to step up as a unit. They're going to have to string up a lot of kills because WGL, they're 8 kills away. This could be it. They're looking for the clean sweep in the finals.
Man, down to 6 kills remaining. 15 needed on the other side. Big, tall mountain here for them to climb. It is definitely possible. We have seen, you have not, we have, though, seen swings on maps like this in a TDM situation. This is one of those ones where it could go off, but they're going to need to make it happen right now. This is the moment where one of these guys needs to step up huge.
9 kills away from tying it, 14 from winning it. Can Bork do it? Luck with the sniper rifle in hand. See the range currently there. The SMG up close is going to hold this down, but Bitey keeping distance, going to get the kill on the Kuvo, 4 away from winning the map.
Looking for the bat. Does he want it? No, goes through a portal instead. Down he goes. 1 kill remaining. K-Jules, we're on board with him. Is he the one to get it? Looking to get it down with the railgun. Can't get it. Plasma rifle here.
Woo!
No.
Okay.
They're making a bit of a comeback. Why?
How's it not
done?
Kill left to go. WGL, they're looking for one more. A string of kills brought up by Bork, and they are 10 away from winning the game. 49-40, and it all comes down to this. The grand finals, and there it goes. The flank is coming in. Bitey, he's going to get it away. And there you have it. A Kuvo secures the final kill, and WGL, the guys of the Splitgate Pro Series, they came out on top, and they won it all. That was nice. That was close. And I'm so happy to see WGL put on a performance like that. I'm going to say it, man. Everything we've seen today, Super, has been amazing.
They have been dominant all day. That one ending 50-41. It looked like it was going to be a lead of almost 15 at one point there, but able to bring it back. Really, I was sitting there in that string, and I thought that it was ending, thought that it was ending, and then all of a sudden, it started shifting back the other way. And those TDM matches, those final moments always kind of have those awkward swings. I don't care what shooter you're in. TDM matches are always like nuts.
The whole series now, what I've definitely noticed is WGL and their veteranship of just being in the grand finals, securing those big wins, the top dogs, right? The score from every single series today when it came to WGL versus Bork was extremely close. They were tied back and forth, but then something would happen where WGL, they would find the secret sauce, and then that tie turned into a 30-point lead. That 30-point lead will tie again. We'll see a 70-point lead. Next map, same thing. 100-point leads. And now they went it by 10, got the 40, and then they never looked back.
It's one of those things that we saw with AST last week as well, right? AST had a way of basically offsetting WGL, not letting WGL get comfortable. Once WGL gets comfortable and they are in the driver's seat in a match, you're probably looking to hold the L in that game. So it's a tough one. It is really a hard team to get put onto their back foot.
Right now, Endo, we're going to come back to you for a second, and I just got to ask this, okay? You believed in Bork, but they lost 0-3 in the grand finals. We're proud for them, but I want to hear from you. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, what can you say other than congrats to WGL? They to understand really what happened in this game, you really have to think back to last week when WGL, they got swept themselves 0-3 against AST, and what I understand happened that day is they just kind of didn't get it going. They were a little bit cold. They had to wait from that second semifinals game. And yeah, they just never got it together. They were just a sleeping giant that never woke up. This week, much different. That game one, the first half of that game one, they were asleep just a little bit. It was really competitive in that Abyss game. But, I mean, they woke up, the sleeping giant woke up, and they never looked back. They dominated in Abyss. They dominated in that game two on Foregone. Yeah, they clutched it out in the end on Atlantis. Playmakers of the day, I would say, go to K-Jules and Maddie. I'd say they're the co-MVPs. This time, they were just unstoppable with power weapons in their hands. And as for Bork, congrats to getting on in the final round. But yeah, they didn't really find their swagger, their confidence in that one. And is this WGL taking it away from them? So congrats to both teams. But yeah, we've been seeing some good games, and I'm looking forward to next week seeing these teams once again. Back to you guys.
I'm going to say the real MVP right there was that Endo's hamster started running faster. So there was a way better connection, but it got tired towards the end of the day. No, but in all seriousness, Endo brings up a great point. He says MVP definitely on Maddie and K-Jules, and I'm on board with that. They were fantastic.
I mean, it's the two leaders of the KDA for the tournament as a whole, counting all weeks. It's hard to try and pick ones other than Maddie and K-Jules. They're definitely the ones to look forward to week in, week out.
I'm talking about week in and week out. Let's take a look at the next upcoming ladder right now, because week in and week out, there are new events with $3,000, yes, $3,000 in cash prizes. The open ladders are now live. There's a 2v2 TDM in King of the Hill, and also a 3v3 takedown. Now, the regional tournaments for Europe, the 4v4, will take place November 11th, and for Oceania 4v4, that will take place November 18th. We love international play.
Yeah, it's always great to get into those, seeing the community be able to get more involved, get to play in some tournaments, so make sure you check those out. But Qualifier number 5, that's going to be going down next Sunday. Sign-ups are now open. You guys can get in there, get signed up for it. $5,000 cash prizes, and chance to get on screen and hang out with us for a little bit. So
I love it.
That's obviously, I mean, the money and everything else is really good, but it's clearly they want to hang out with me and you, Valley.
Oh, no, honestly, I'm going to hang out with them. This was my first time doing Splitgate Pro Series, and I got to be honest, I'm a fan. For everybody in the chat, all of the competitors today, you guys put on one heck of a show. That was fantastic. Seeing Bitey with the pop-off and K-Jules have montage moments every single map. Splitgate Esports is definitely something fun to watch, and I had a great time. What about you?
I can't really add much onto that. You came in, you had all the hype today. You guys don't get to see it, but I get to stand right here and look at him when he goes off. And this man was into it so much today. There were so many great plays, so much fun throughout the day. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out with us. I don't got much to add, man. You hit it on the head.
Now I want to give a big shout out to everybody behind the scenes. Shout out to production. Shout out to everybody involved with Splitgate Esports. Now the Pro Series is something incredible, and this is a beginning of something big. If you want to continue to watch some amazing Splitgate action, make sure you tune in to all of our broadcasts. We're halfway through the season. We have an LCQ and a grand finals for a lot of money towards the end of the year. It's something you don't want to miss. But here on the desk, we're going to sign out. Once again, my name is Veli. My man Supersonic. It was such a blast, man. We love you guys. We can't wait to see you next time. You all have a good time, and see you next time for more Splitgate.
It's what you wanted to be.